Hello guys, this is Ombo playing. We are playing a game that's called Typewriter. It's produced by, one of them is Arta, a TV company. They are producing Europe-wide TV programs, mostly educational stuff. And I think this game is about fonts, and it involves a lot of reading, and since this game is in English, we're gonna do an English gameplay. And as you can see, we are these two dots navigating through a cave as it appears, with pretty nice graphics, and the sounds are also pretty super cool actually. Oh, and we can jump. Click on the banner to view the unlocked content. Let's see. I'm playing this with my PS3 controller, so I hope this is all gonna go smoothly. Yeah, you have unlocked the first page of the history of typography. Let's see, the scrolling works like this, alright. Let's continue. Cave paintings. Okay, now the reading starts. This picture, this image you see on the left side is of the Cave of the Hands in Argentina. In cave paintings, in prehistoric times, long before the invention of writing, humans left traces of their existence in the caves where they resided. The Chauvet Cave, this is definitely French I think, discovered in 1994 in the southeast of France, is one of the oldest adorned caves in the world and contains many inscriptions carried out between 32,000 and 30,000 BC. Most of them are representations of animals, but there are also hybrid animal-man creatures and human hands. The different representations overlap in a space that seems indifferent to the depth, as the contours of the images intertwine constantly. These prehistoric artists were skilled in several techniques: rock engraving, probably using a hard or carved stone, and painting. Well, this is actually really educational. The paint comes from crushing stones to produce a colored powder that was then applied by hand or blown onto the cave walls. In almost all cases, but especially in Africa and Europe, the paintings are related to ritual practices such as the magic of hunting, fertility, or protection against enemies. Painted caves have long been regarded as a sanctuary where prehistoric man painted his visions of the world. It is estimated today that the pictorial representations depict a whole cultural socio-system which includes both inhabited places as well as hunting territories. You guys have to excuse my language because I'm actually not a native speaker. I'm German, but I'm doing my best here. Let's see what else we got. The next chapter is yet to be unlocked. Okay, let's see. This is pretty amazing. I like this concept. Let's see what's up next. So this is not so much just about fonts, this is actually about writing as in a whole. Use the jump button to jump. Let's jump. Ooh. Is this another banner? Cuneiform writing. Cuneiform. Let's see. The cuneiform writing. On the left side you see a Babylonian tablet covered with cuneiform letters. Okay. Emerging in lower Mesopotamia between 3400 and 3200 BC, cuneiform, I really hope I pronounced this right, script is, along with Egyptian hieroglyphs, the earliest known system of writing. It is initially intended to transcribe Sumerian. However, it becomes a dominant system throughout the former Middle East. Cuneiform writing began in pictographic form in silhouette-type shapes. Certain symbols were also used to represent a more significant part of an object, for example, a star to evoke the sky. The forms then evolved to represent verbs, for instance, bread for eating, or water for drinking. So basically, it's interesting because writing actually evolved from just symbols for what we can actually perceive with our eyes and the shapes of the items. In addition to these pictorial representations, the cuneiform writing systems includes phonograms and phonetic signs that are used to transcribe a sound, and additional signs to represent figures. This is also interesting because I'm currently learning Korean, and I found out that Hangul, the Korean writing system, the letters, the syllables, the signs for the syllables, they're actually inspired by the shape of the human mouth making these sounds. For example, an M is a square because you close your mouth. It's really interesting. It is gradually adapted to several other languages, including Akkadian, Hittite, and Elamite, and remains in use until the beginning of the Christian era. The name cuneiform stems from the Latin word cuneus, or wedge, and the fact that the documents were written on clay tablets that transformed into wedge-shaped impressions from the stylus. Alright. Next chapter is soon to be unlocked. Let's see what we can do. Whoa, 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 whoa! Okay, this is our first death already. Okay, this looks like the Egyptian chapter with the hieroglyphs. Number 3. Stay alert. Okay, let's see. What do we got here? Egyptian hieroglyphics, which you can see on the left side, stele with inscriptions. The first Egyptian hieroglyphics date back to the end of the 3200 BC. This formal writing system, which is born around the same time as the cuneiform script, is used for more than 3,000 years. The word hieroglyph comes from the Greek adjective hieroglyphos. I have no idea how to pronounce that, which literally means sacred engravings. That makes a lot of sense. In Egyptian society at the time, writing is linked to political and religious powers. The pharaohs, scribes, have the sole privilege of using hieroglyphics to write official letters. The hieroglyphs were plotted on shards of pottery, obstrakon, or on a paper form derived from papyrus using a reed. The originality of Egyptian hieroglyphics stems especially from its figurative nature. Hieroglyphs are pictorial drawings that designate an object or an action. These characters can represent real or imaginary objects, such as human figures, animals, or divine representations. Egyptian writing also includes a system of phonetic signs, meaning the sign is read independently of its visual characteristics. Unilateral signs and phonetic complements are also used to transcribe one or several consonants, vowels, as well as give indications of etymology. Egyptian hieroglyphic writing has given birth to two other forms of scripture used in Egypt. Hieratic, which is a cursive writing system written in ink with a reed brush invented to allow the scribes to write quickly, and demotic writing, which is a scholarly script used for document and letter writing. Etymology, by the way, is, as far as I know, the science of basically the roots of words, so where they stem from. Let's see what the danger is gonna be. Oh, this is gonna drop. Ah! Ooh, okay. This looks mystical. The Chinese characters, alright. The Chinese characters. On the left side we see Buddha and his disciple Subhuti from the Diamond Sutra, 868. Chinese characters were not originally designed to facilitate direct communication between individuals, but rather to symbolize the relationship between men and the afterlife in the context of rituals. According to the legend, Kanji, a minister, I'm just trying to, randomly pronounce these things, a minister of the Yellow Emperor was charged with the task of creating characters for writing and designs characters according to the special characteristics that he observes in all the things. All Chinese characters are logograms, but there are several derivative types. Pictograms are simple characters that can be combined to form an ideogram, which is a more abstract idea. These signs are more complex, consisting of several pictograms as well as being associated with a key, which acts as an indicator to specify the lexical meaning of the ideogram. Chinese has another set of characters called phonosemantic, which make up over 90% of the language. Phonosemantic characters, however, are associated with a key that is designated by pronunciation. Pronunciation in Chinese, I also tried to learn Chinese, by the way, but I'm pretty much giving it up now. It's really difficult because the grammar is actually really easy, but the signs are complicated, of course, and obviously the pronunciation, they have 5 intonations of every single word, and they sound really, really, really identical to a not Chinese person. So it's really difficult. In addition to the Chinese writing system, paper is one of the 4 great inventions of the Chinese. Native Cai Lun not only improved the paper-making technique, but also made it possible to use a variety of materials such as tree bark, hemp, and flax. At the time, his process remains a long, well-kept secret and doesn't appear in the Western Europe for quite a while. And just to give you a link between Chinese and Korean language, because I told you already that Hangul, the Korean language, was invented by the first Korean emperor of the Joseon dynasty. And he invented the language because Koreans were using Chinese characters before. But this king invented the Korean characters because he was afraid that his people would not understand and not be able to use the Chinese language and the Chinese character in their everyday life. So this guy, actually, he just invented a new language, which is amazing. Okay, but back to the game. Whoa, this looks really cool. What do we have here? Can we get through there? Should we get in there? I don't think so. What's the 4? Move objects to avoid the traps. Okay, I get it. Let's see if we can push this in there. Yes. Oh, these visuals are beautiful. This looks like Greek. Let's see if we can do a wall. Lean on the wall and jump. Ah, nice. Really nice. The Greek alphabet. Okay. On the left side we see an image of the Greek script. Lintel with inscription of the Emperor Justinian, 538 AC. The Greek alphabet. The invention of the Greek alphabet dates back to the 8th century BC. Initially, there are several variations of the Greek alphabet. However, the 2 main ones are the Oiboa and Ionic alphabets. The Greek alphabet is one of the first writing systems with a stable symbol-to-sound mapping, making pronunciation predictable. Each vowel and consonant is distinguished with a unique character, unlike the Semitic alphabets such as Hebrew, the Moabit, or Phoenician. The Greek alphabet is adapted from the Phoenician alphabet by adopting new characters, thereby totaling 24 letters, which are still used today to transcribe modern Greek. Although originally composed exclusively for capital letters, the Greek alphabet gradually expands to include a lowercase. In Greek society, the language is at the heart of the city, and writing gradually invades the public sphere despite the attempted suppression by a small, elitist group of religious officials. The Greek alphabet is the basis of a number of other alphabets in Europe and the Middle East, including the Etruscan alphabet, which goes on to inspire the Latin alphabet. Okay, let's do the jumps. I wonder what's next. This dot may be the key. This dot may be the key, right? The key to what? Oh no! Let's get this dot over here. Okay, before we solve this puzzle, we're gonna read what's up with the Latin alphabet. The Latin alphabet. The Latin alphabet evolved from the Western variation of the Greek alphabet, which was adopted and modified by the Etruscans who ruled early Rome. The Etruscans' alphabet was adopted and further modified by the inhabitants of the city of Rome, further contributing to the birth of the Latin alphabet. It is then adapted to the Romans' languages and gradually spreads throughout the Western Europe and even beyond. The development of the Roman Empire results in it dominating the whole of the Mediterranean world, thus securing itself as one of the most extensive political entities in history. Latin culture heavily influences Mediterranean countries with regards to language and religious belief, which peaks when Emperor Constantine converts to Christianity in 312 AD. The Romans are responsible for most of the diffusion of ancient Greek culture by translating many texts and maintaining the use of the Greek language and its alphabet. The Latin alphabet, which consists of 26 letters, is originally made up of an entirely uppercase alphabet. Really? It was only much later, under the reign of Charlemagne, 768 to 814, that the Alcuin Society of York creates the Caroline minuscule, which acts as the basis for modern forms of the Latin alphabet. Wow. The Latin and Cyrillic alphabets are the most employed writing systems in the Western world to this day. What just happened? Okay, I think that was unintended by the game. Let's see, I think we're gonna give this a little push and then let it drop onto this one. Yes, this works. Let's see what we use this key for. Huh? Okay, nice. What's gonna happen? Okay, origins. Congratulations, you have finished the tutorial. Okay, this is amazing. I really like this game, and I'm really looking forward to continuing to the next chapter, which will be available for you guys as well in the next episode. I hope you enjoy this video. I hope you enjoy my reading. I'm really trying my best. So let's see each other next time.